Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's time for some more Frozen Hellscape. I'm your Vegas Gibbon. Ooh, apothecaries. Don't really care much. Our capital is full of people. Not really settled yet, but hey, it's something. As I continue to work on slowly improving our food infrastructure. Well, that's not true. Actually, currently I'm trying to work on improving our lumber infrastructure. So I've got a colonial charter here trying to settle this province and where we can hopefully achieve some lumber. Continental climate jungle vegetation. Now, again, I am no expert, but I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. But those two things are mutually incompatible. Oh well. We also have frontier settling in Yunka going on. I'm hoping that combined these couple provinces will get us enough lumber. There's just simply not enough lumber in our market. I also should have decent proximity, so we'll see. But like, I can't do anything right now, unfortunately. There's just not enough lumber in the Chinche market. Yeah. Is there... Nah. Yeah. Archer builder? Yeah, I don't have any other source of lumber. Again, despite there being like 90% forest coverage in, Peru, we're just living in a frozen mountainous hellscape. And everything is awful. Okay. One thing I think I'm going to do is actually grant free mobility for the common people. I don't know. I'm really scared to do that because we still have starvation in a lot of places, but it would be helpful in collecting more taxes. Income is... The hell is this? Oh. It's an infrastructure building, apparently. Huh. Hold on, can I just build this anywhere? Is this just a building I have? Ah, so it is. Interesting, though. Very interesting. Local food production plus 15%. You know what? Didn't know that. Good shit. That's... Every now and again, I still discover new things. But yeah, 15% extra. I don't know if I really want the irrigation. Like, I'm still going to tear that down. But hey, another 15% there is always nice. Okay, minus 2.19, yeah. Alright, so this colony will hopefully soon be done. God, I hope so. This Inti needs to be 48.5. Oh, that's why it's not working. I was wondering why the colonial charters only sometimes worked, and it's because it also not only needs to be an accepted culture, of course, but it needs to be my religion. There we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like, I could get a lot of territory if I accepted the Aymara. The problem is accepting the Aymara just is awful, and it would destroy my cabinet efficiency, reducing my ability to like do anything by about 50%. Take the money. But yeah, getting the extra like 15% food here is always going to be good. Or get, like, I'd be even willing to build one in, like, Cusco. Maybe. That's certainly interesting. And I can actually build them since they only cost stone. Alright. Well, fair enough. Okay. I don't know which one of these is actually going to be done first. But yeah. Kill key. Okay. to the queue. Alright. Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about settling the other zones and like what's actually good to settle. Chinche. The problem is, I don't think I care wherever Chinche is. But alright. Because, like, yeah, Chinche's all the way down there. Unfortunately, I have, like, an extraordinarily limited control range. You know? And most of the land I do have control over is pretty meh, to say the least. I do have like 82% here. I kind of would love to get a silver mine here. That'd be cool. There we go. Okay, so another 15% are there. Yeah, someday there'll be enough lumber in the market. Yes, I love traditional economy. Okay, that maxes out our traditional economy at 100 finally. So that is very good. 20% extra food production. And actually, for the most part, like as free subjects increases, I'm going to make the assumption here that even at the base level, wow, 126, nice. Let's have a look here. Or no, it's the wrong one. So 4,500 people in subsistence agriculture. Produce 3.35, okay. Unfortunately, buildings kind of clouds my ability to look at that. So let's look at something here. Yeah, 19.09, 19.01. Okay. So yeah, when this number is neutral, you know, there is enough food, which is very good. In fact, here, there could actually be enough food. God. 10% control here. Because for some reason, I don't know. Like, this whole downstream of river mechanic is not very good. Like, it applies here. It applies here. And then just kind of stops. For no reason as far as I can tell. I think it's because it goes down this. But like this river clearly passes through this province. So, I don't know if it's just like a problem with that. But yeah. I wonder if it would end up applying over here, downstream of the river after all. Too far away from the capital. But maybe. Might end up applying to the here and we can get good money out of this lumber. Tough to say. Alright, it looks like actually Yunka's going to be settled first. Alright. Expand food stockpiles. Cost purchasing food. No. Okay, so Parahuanca. It actually has wild game here. Wild game produces 3.5 food per thing. Unfortunately, it is in an Arctic climate. So, Lord knows. We do have hunting permits given out, which is helpful. Okay. I got plus 90% food productivity. It's not bad. Like, the problem is it's still at 0%. Like, there's no point in me doing anything out there because, like, I'm never going to have much control. Which feels bad. Asking for a law change. So, owner controlled. Let me have a look here. Yeah, I think I went with originally the traditional distribution. Yeah, that would just kill us. Yeah, okay, that does continue to make the most sense. I am just wondering if there's anything I can put in to really help. 5% forestry ordinance. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think I've got my laws where I want them. Unfortunately. Yeah, because we actually kind of have max taxes on our commoners and they're still happy. I can functionally no longer tax my nobles all that much, which sucks because they're just too powerful because, again, the crown has no power. Because we just have a bunch of friggin' buildings everywhere. Well, there is a way to reform it. I actually don't know how yet. I'm assuming we can't reform it until the Europeans arrive. That's kind of a thing. It might be possible to reform in the religion if I'm lucky. I doubt it, though. Okay, so... The ceremony is literally different every month. Interesting. But yeah, Arianiton did climb a little bit. Following facts. Max taxes on the peasants is something I ideally need. If I could figure that out. Oh well. Okay, we're building terraces here now. And apparently another farming village. Again, unfortunate. Well, we have some control here. And it's got a continental climate. So this isn't actually that bad at ensuring this place will have food. I can't complain. Yuka's 77% settled. Yeah, it's actually more than that at this point. Yeah. More than half of my surplus gold's going into settling this province, goddamn. Yeah, colonial charters are not useful. But yeah, the Yunka province is in need of help, for sure. The burgers are at fault. Okay. I wish I had an extra cabinet seat to do anything with that. But unfortunately, since I've got to settle, and I am still trying to integrate things, like, this area is somewhere I may actually have some control, so... Settling is nice. You know? Yeah. Like, I have decent control here, and I could build wool. Not exactly super profitable, but not much is outside of food. Yeah, terrace is here. I'd love to expand this RGO, I really would. Thankfully, I've noted that expanding the lumber RGOs only costs tools, which we do seem to have excess of. So we're not walled out of being able to do that. We just need to actually get to the lumber. Which is easier said than done. Fine. Okay, I think I draw the line at market villages. Market villages are not very useful. I don't know. Farming villages also aren't very useful. Like, they give a little bit of food capacity, I guess, which helps. An event gave it a little bit of a bump. But, like, I'd want to build the farming villages here. Which apparently we can't, so... Because, yeah, I wouldn't mind it if we could get Yunka to stop starving. Very well. Finance it. Colonies are expensive the European way. There's mendicants here. Fiber crops here. I'm assuming that I don't... Yeah. Don't really have the ability to go here. I could theoretically settle all along here, though. Which would give me access to a lot of lumber and mendicants. And also kind of get access to the back way in here. But yeah, I don't really see much point in, like, conquering anything else right now. I'm still gonna have to deal with so many uprisings. It's rough. You know, it's not like I have tolerance of my heretics or anything. So, we just kind of gotta wait. Well, I guess that's the thing. I need to use the cabinet to convert them. Alright, so this province is starving. Okay, so you guys are doing okay. Okay. I'm beginning to think I can actually purchase food. We'll see. The first month's gonna be terrible, but we'll otherwise be fine. You guys are already happy enough. Okay, the settlement of Yunka. Yeah, it's still only considered integrated, but that's fine. Oh, there's got to be more control available than that. Come on. 6%? Whatever. Average satisfaction. But yeah, no. Like, for most of the year, we don't actually have to buy food anymore. And most of our provinces don't need to buy food in the winter. Or very little food, anyway. So. We'll see how it goes. Like, in theory, yes, but there's not really any reason to build that building there. Yeah. Last electrician +1. Yeah, that's heavy. The problem is we don't really need to be buying all of this food. It's buying to keep the stockpile full. Which is excessive. Annoyingly. That should have been the last food purchase. Yeah, more or less. Alright. So you, I guess the correct answer is... I need you to settle pops. Okay. There. So that way there'll actually be people to work in this lumber RGO. Alright. theoretically also lumber mills. Requirements not met. Oh yeah. Jungle vegetation but does not produce lumber. Oh, okay. I see. So in the Mendicants provinces we can do that. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, the food... I'm trying to, like, level things off and stop our starvation where I can. Like, so I'm going to try and review our food here. So, Huaman Karpa here, this province. Okay. This zone is continental and produces wool, which is actually a food. Noted. I mean, I'm not actually that against decentralization this run, but I'm just going to allow it to happen. Okay. Expand the gravel road network. Like, I don't know, I wish I had the money for it. I really do. Like, I'm gonna promote the state religion and see what I can do, if I can get this through. Fuck you. The county enchantment, yeah. Alright, so we're building terraces in Sondor. Which, I mean, they do produce a little bit of food with beeswax, but it's really not much. Alright. Come on, keep settling. Keep getting food. Alright. Because if they're settled here, like, this place will just produce a lot of extra food. Because even now, you know, like, just neutrally, they produce enough food. The 71% is helpful. And there are theoretically other ways I can do stuff. So. Hey, we got enough peasants here that this place actually got a settlement. And yeah, we're gonna start having people produce wood here. Why is my stability going down so much? I guess because I'm not investing in it. Fair enough. Yeah, expensive shit. 85. Still trying to get that done. Bam. We're getting some people to actually work in this lumber mill. Which, importantly, might actually allow us to start building other things. We hope. I don't know, who else in this market? Like, you know? Okay, it goes up to there. So it's all you guys. Fair enough. It's February, so let's move quick. Get out of the mountains. That's the goal. They don't seem to have much in the capacity to resist, so it's fine. Yeah, victory over the rebels. Alright. But I'm wondering if maybe I need to invade and destroy these two to start. Maybe even these three. Man, this guy's got an oceanic place. Shame produces clay. Not quite the plan, but it'll do. Anyway, so I kind of want to keep an eye on Yunka's food here. Because these areas are basically going to stop producing food for too long. Yeah, my building expenses, I wish I could afford buildings. Yeah. 5 terraces. Yeah, that's fine here. So, like, there should only be those 2 terraces that I've approved, really. We got a 3rd terrace here. I don't know. I'll approve that one because I do actually have decent control. But I have to keep such a damn stupid eye on so many of these things, you know? Maybe actually if I go to terrace here. No available levels. Yeah, that shows me where they are. Apparently there's a terrace in Cusco and a terrace in El Paz here. Well, this is stupid. This is a tin producing place. And Cusco, I don't know, it produces potatoes. It's trying. Like, my thoughts on this is, hey, maybe this actually could be not terrible. With like a half dozen market villages, you know? And maybe that's the call. Or market villages, but farming villages. Because each of these is 4% more food production. But like even in the severe winter here, Cusco seems to produce enough food. It just needs like another level, I think, of the potatoes. Yeah, we can help. I would like to actually get rid of the aristocracy as much as possible if I could. We don't need more strength on the nobles. Build the silver. There's probably going to be silver somewhere else I'll need to take down, which is fine. Or gold, it doesn't really matter. Since they're far away, they don't produce any taxes. I don't know if I bothered to even keep any of them. I did. I've got a gold and a silver mine somewhere in this country. And realistically, it's time I get rid of them. Okay, got rid of that one. Ah, okay. That's why I kept that gold mine, because it's actually in my control zone. This one I have functionally very little to no control over. This one I can have a lot more theoretical control over. So this silver mine I'll get rid of. Yeah. To make way for a silver mine with more control here. Oh wow, yeah, my money's actually going up a lot more now. Cost of colonies is 0. Is it because it's stalled? Mendicates and tools. I see. So, fair enough. Lack of access to the lumber. We're trying to settle as many people as we can here. Like I say, Yunka, if I can actually build terraces in as well, should be good. I don't know. Like, this place is struggling a little bit with food. So, once I have money, I can build, like, a road here. Which should give us a fuckload of control. Because the river seems to be a hard negative. So, yeah, relative amount of tribesmen also destroys our control, so. I don't know, I'm just going to take down this irrigation. Like, as a general rule, I'm going to blow up any irrigation I find. I don't really care about our pop cap right now. Alright. It's going to be 181 to build a gravel road, which is pretty yikes. But hey. Everyone gets started somewhere. Oh. We're having a civil war and I didn't even realize. To be fair, like, rebels will just constantly pop off. There's nothing I can do. I understand it. Oh, that's what I'm taking in. Alright. Seriously, though. Let's just go take out the rebels here. Come on, go in there. Oh shit, I can take money from here. Nice. Okay. Expand levies. Okay. But yeah, lumber is getting there. Sale of titles. Gold is a sign of nobility. There we are. Just keep settling. Come on. Lead. Just tear down the irrigation immediately. Okay. That's additional food for the Inca province. That should help. Yeah, lack of access to goods. But, like, we're settling more and more people. And they're working in the lumber mill. Gotta actually be able to build things. I think realistically at this point I need the roads. Originally I'd have thought about moving my capital down here, but I think at this point this region's just kind of becoming a source of development. That I might keep my capital around. Sounds good. There you go, let's go. September's arrival. Oh yeah, latest in revolts. It's June, we're already frozen in. Yeah, like that area we can't actually access, so. Campaign season's called off till November. Peasants in power. Yeah, sure. More power to the governors. Yeah, tools are also a thing we're going to need. I don't know. The problem, I think, is that tools need to be built from wood. Oh no, tools are built from stone. Okay. Or copper and tin. We do have copper, but I remember tin being a nuisance. Let's see. I want to say there was tin up here somewhere, though. Like, I've studied everything here, you know, to try and come up with a bit of a strategy. There's some copper, but I actually don't see any tin. We may not have access to tin. There's some. Okay, is there tin? There's some more tin. Okay. Yeah, okay. I do actually have tin. Yeah, there's tin there. The main problem, of course, is a lot of the stuff is unsettled, so in both cases. I don't even know where that one is, but oh well. It's definitely unsettled. So there's basically no tin production, so we only have stone tools. Oh yeah. I don't know, I'm hopeful that this lumber will actually go well. Oh shit. Fuck. I forgot about the ongoing revolt. I'd appreciate it if you could blow up their random ass little armies everywhere. They aren't even fighting us, but are literally running. And trying to be annoying. Alright. Okay. Annex and take 17 gold. Heck yeah. Alright, so I can call Parliament. Huaman Karpa. Is that the province? No, specifically the location. I do like developing the interior. Someday this will be integrated. I don't know. Urban building cost reduction isn't huge, but the problem is I'm also not going to be able to afford a gravel road in the next, like, while. I would love to, though. But yeah, it's 183 right now. I think that's with some cost reductions. Oh yeah, and plus there's the lumber issue. Apparently I have some inflation. I think probably because of the Civil War. Okay. But yeah, if I could like build out a road to Yunka, I'd probably be getting a ton of money off of this. So, Forest Village. Local food production is a hard +1. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Let's keep trying to settle the peasants here. Army morale, sure. EU5. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to host this somewhere. I guess fuck it. Do a gravel road now. It'll pass. It won't give me -7 stability, so I'm all the happier. How much is it with this? Oh, I could build a gravel road there for only 61 as opposed to 145. Yeah. It is continental and has wool. This would make it a lot closer to the capital, in theory. The problem is I don't actually remember what, like, the proximity cost effect of the roads are. Okay, it's a hard -20. So that's not bad then. Okay. Okay. A hard -20 is actually interesting. Yeah, because like we get plus 50% from mountains, plus fucking relative amount of tribesmen. So it's actually gonna be a lot more than like, it's gonna remove like fucking 35 probably from the cost. Wait, it'll remove half of whatever it is. So yeah, 34. That would give us a lot of potential control here. God, but if I can do this, because it'll be a hard -20, this will literally be fully controlled. And a fully controlled silver mine is absurdly profitable. Of course, that still predates me actually completing the silver mine. But just hypothetically, I build a road to here, right now. To take out the money, it's 145. I need to take out 80 ducats. Oh lord, the colony is actually progressing, which means it's costing me money. Fucking would do that, wouldn't it? I can just put in the extra minting. Honestly, the thing to do is blow up wherever the fuck that, I don't know, maybe that gold mine. It's just not worth the taxes. Well, no, profit per level is 1.79. That's actually not bad. Okay. I'm gonna gamble. Let's build a friggin' road. Immediate issue, not enough wood. Yep, figured. That's fine though. Like, if we can just get this silver mine. I can build whatever our special little building is here. Not the Panaka. But the Tambo here for another 5% max control as well. So, and I should try and probably build it in this gold mine as well. Like these are the places I do need to try and gain control over. Alright. Get rid of that irrigation. Irrigations are not allowed. Because here's the thing, I'm pretty confident I do have to pay for that. Yeah, one irrigation. And it's over here. Let's get rid of it. Yeah. We're getting more and more workers in the lumber sector here, so it's helping. Every little bit helps. Especially in this goddamn market, where it's a struggle to actually get any resources. Making progress. .5 needed. Oh boy, that's going to be tough. Pay that interest. I actually legitimately think getting rid of this gold RGO is a winning move. Like, with the amount of money I'm making from minting, like, I get rid of that gold RGO, what happens to my income? I lost 0, well, that's unfortunate. 0.03. And okay, I don't know if that's at all related. I don't think that changed my income. I think that was my expenses going up. Unfortunately, with colonies and stuff, it can be a little iffy. So yeah, I can get an extra 0.06. I guess it's neutral. Sure. Of your privilege. But yeah, I'm going to need to try and do my best to maybe pay off some of these debts. Like, they do have a pretty bad interest rate of 10%, so we'll repay as many of these loans as I can, as quick as I can. It would help if my tax efficiency wasn't garbage, you know? 92%. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a lot of this, of my income is dependent on, like, just how much the colony is currently consuming. Anybody actually build irrigation here? No. There's not even any reason to. Luckily, this thing doesn't seem to cost any real maintenance. So those temples I'm fine with. After all, every little bit helps. And even in normal winter, this place should produce some extra, like, the peasants will produce excess food. So that's good. Like, this whole area is nice and ripe. You know, it's good. It's mountainous, but like it's a place I can work with. You know? It's not horrible. Terraces in Pichu? Yeah, you know what? That's good. Honestly, maybe Pichu needs to be my capital. It's not bad. Move on in, settle here. Actually, I gotta wonder. No, there's nowhere that seems to have both rivers. Maybe this province. I was just wondering if I could get the downstream river bonus for enough stuff. Maybe it'd be awesome. Maybe I slowly move my capital up this river. You know? I should have taken the money. I don't know why I bothered to click that. But yeah. This place is producing a fair bit of lumber. It's good. Should repay as many loans as we can. Alright, so there's going to be silver here now with extremely high control. And, oh, my cabinet died a while ago, I guess, huh? I really haven't even been paying too much attention to it. Which, fair. Alright. What next? Wari. Yeah, we got so many zones. But yeah, Yunka, I just need to try and get, I think, everyone settled here. And maybe even, like, try and attract people. You know? But yeah, Pichu would then, I could have roads between all these, and it would be like just a little core I could have. Just a little zone. It would have some silver, it would have food. Yeah, I mean, this whole region is worth settling, I think. And with terraces, like, I think I can safely urbanize it without risking the food, you know? Because I do have those buildings. Like, terraces are kind of broken. Very good. And because they can be built even in cities, I think, right? I need to double check this. Yeah. Terraces can be built in anything. Okay. So, I think the Yunka Valley is maybe my best shot at a home. You know? Pichu's even like our holy site. So. Yeah, I wish I had enough money for that. Repay some more loans. Yeah, only 30 more gold of debt. Yeah, Yunka's lumber is actually almost good to go. Do I want to get an upgrade for it? Nah, it's probably fine. Yeah. So maybe Pichu, you know? Continental climate we can handle, the mountains we can handle. Jungle vegetation, that gives 50,000. So, better than sparse. And it gives some other problems. But it might still make a solid capital. It also would be the only one that doesn't have food in it, so maybe even better. Hold on, there's a province over here. Oh, I didn't even notice this place. A second silver mine, eh? No. Alright, do I own it? I do. Nice. That's the whole place. Similarly, though, continental climate. Okay. So yeah, maybe the Yunka Valley. Yep. I think that's the last loan, so we did pretty good at paying it all off. Yeah, like most of my money at this point just comes from minting, and it's tough. Like, taxes are just not a thing, but at least we're doing well on the minting. The silver is proving pretty profitable. Kind of as expected. And that's all the debt paid off. What have we got here? Woman Carpa again. Increased ties to natives, I guess. I think they were so poor this doesn't cost me any money, so I might as well. It's like the second time Warrior's gotten it. Get a little bit of development. Yeah. Unfortunately, like, so much of the stuff just goes so slowly. Like, there's still so much demand for lumber. Much more than... 97, come on. Yeah. Come on. 97.84. 98.01. We might get a second lumber province soon. Which would be pretty helpful. Also, places with continental climate in watery. Interesting. So this might make this place a little more habitable. If we can settle enough peasants here anyway. Oh yeah, there's potato here. Yeah, I'd love to actually build that and maybe stabilize the food sources, food supply here before too many more people starve. Wouldn't it be nice? Whoa. Let's start purchasing food. I figure I might as well at this point. We do have spare money, and at this point we're kind of reaching a weird sort of situation where resources are becoming worth more than money. You know? Because resources are starting to become the bottleneck. Oh, another revolt. It's July. We're already kind of like snowed in. Let's send what we've got here. With any luck, it's just enough. Yeah, the coast is constantly revolting. It's part of the thing. We have no control. They're conquered. They're a foreign religion that we don't tolerate. That's kind of why I kind of don't really care to expand much more. What I have, I need to actually work and get working. I'm large enough that I'm not really threatened by any of my neighbors anymore as well, so it helps. Although, I do still consider murdering them to free up lumber. There's a compelling case for conquest, so that way they can't use any of our lumber. Anyway, build another lumber. A stone quarry was built. Yay. I don't know, I'm not too mad. Like, these places can maybe actually be profitable. They can't. Like, part of the problem is they need lumber. So, like, if the clay pits are themselves unable to actually work, yeah, like, they are not profitable. There is no reason for them to exist. As far as I'm concerned, anyway. They just take up a precious bit of the lumber supply. Tear them down. Well, that's not bad here. Like with terraces and that, this place is productive all year round. Because even the normal winter is only -50. So, that does help this place a fair bit. Well, they are just peasants. 992. Alright, we're almost to maybe having a second lumber to expand. And the good news is no more cost colonies. Alright. Yeah, get to work. We have nearly 10,000 peasants here. And if integrated worry, good. Okay. So that'll be good. More and more lumber will become available. And like I say, with some work, these places can probably even produce enough food for the province. Like, potato here is good. There we go. Number 4. And the lumber supply is just slowly ticking up. Like, where does this demand come from? Charcoal creation. Apparently. Clay pits, needs of tribesmen, bladesmiths, fiber pulp farms, yeah. We're gonna need to just keep expanding the lumber, I guess. I don't know. How much lumber does Yunka actually produce? Output level is 0.92. .7, okay, yeah. So military duties, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there exists also this building called the Sawmill, which will improve our local lumber production by 10%. But yeah, for now we just got to keep expanding the lumber. -1. It's 9 plus 2. Okay. I guess to be fair, this place actually has a lot of people working in labor. That's why. Like I said, this little region I think is going to become like our real home. Maybe I'll even move the capital to Pichu. I don't know. Or Yunka proper. I shouldn't need to, because, yeah, like, Yunka and all this should be downstream or whatever, so fingers crossed. But yeah, the Yunka Valley is shaping up nicely. Good. Food is 1.67, yeah. Human Kerpa. So, like, this place is where starvation occurs. Really badly. Yeah, there are a lot of provinces in this region. So feeding them all is going to be difficult. Especially with how overpopulated some of these are. Yeah, sure. Might as well. Alright. The Nobles Regency, very good. Yeah, cotton, potato, maize. Like, these areas have the continental climate. So I'm hopeful maybe I can get the food output here, because wool actually has a decent food output, you know? Farming villages provide raw food output? Huh. How did I not notice that? Okay, it definitely does not say here that it provides that. That's actually super interesting. Good to know. Huh. My god, though, we still can't get shit built. Does look like some more lumber there, I guess. The situation. I don't know why I pressed that button. That was terrible and stupid. Oh well. So I need to either keep integrating or settle the frontier up here. I think I just kind of keep integrating. Like, if I can integrate this region, then we'll stop rebelling, maybe. That's a pretty big maybe. At least they're an accepted culture. So. Alright. The relative amount of tribesmen in this area is at least decreasing since we're settling so hard in Yunka. Oh no, there's no tribesmen here. Oh my god, is a tribesman in our capital? Might be. Or, I'm not sure exactly how that's calculated, so. Yeah, it's not going to tell me either. But yeah, the areas outside of the singular province of Yunka are now actually fully settled. So, like, this region is civilizing. Alright. I mean, glory to us, honestly. We're making gains. Although this gravel road is apparently just never going to be done. Which is eternally frustrating. So I could have built farming villages here. 4.06. It is weird, I don't know. Yeah, livestock order need to build farming villages, apparently. This region could stop starving in theory if we got food capacity for it. I don't know. I think I need to stop buying food and figure out where's actually starving and start actually trying to deal with it in some way or another. Fine, need a couple bucks. It's gonna be 0.5 gold off for the next month or for the next while, whatever. I'll promote the damn state religion. Apparently, the main conversion will happen here, which sucks. We have pretty solid conversion, right? Oh shit, yeah, there's effects on... Oh my god. This is a plus 10 hard. That's actually huge. For anywhere where we don't have a complete lack of control anyway. Someday maybe it'll all be integrated. Refused. Oh, and you're dead. Put you in. Keep integrating. Let's go. Don't care. Anyway. So it's October. November. Like, this place, I think, just about survived without starving. Like... Yeah, Ivory. Like, this place only has 2 provinces, right? Or no, this is Seoul. It's Seoul province. So like this place in general is gonna be rough. And probably die out. Unless we take the rest of the region. Of course, while that is on our to-do list, it's probably not going to happen. So that area is actually going to starve. Because of this nightmare. But the thing is, I don't need to buy a lot of the food I am buying. So I just want to avoid doing so. Yeah. I think that's the only place that starves. Like, everywhere else now... Oh, up here is... not so great as well. Okay. As is Wari. Yeah, Wari does not have enough direct food. Okay, well I can't actually have this province starve, so... I'll have to keep buying food. Build some potatoes there. Like... That's the solution here. Lumber is slowly becoming more and more available. I mean, honestly, yeah. I feel like I should just cancel this. I don't know. This place is fine now. I cancel it and just, you know, make the lumber available elsewhere. Probably be taken by the AI. Get our money back. Yeah, sure, 2.5 research progress. Like I say, it barely matters. Like, we have some techs, we'll get them eventually. Maybe it'd be slightly better to get the procs cost, but like it barely matters, as is. You know, most of my income is unfortunately just minting. Okay. We have an irrigation that needs to be dealt with. So this place just needs some stone. Like, this place can feed Wari. Especially if we can build terraces here. So, let's get to work on that. We'll build the terraces, we'll build the Encasmia, and we'll build the potato. Yes, please, appease the estates. Alright. Yet another province will be food stable. Build more lumber there. Yeah, like, construction's actually starting to proceed at a regular basis. Which is amazing. Holy shit. Life is good. We're actually able to attack their commoners, which is helpful. God, I've killed, actually be able to attack the nobles worth a damn. I think the thing I need to do is, like, try and knock out some of the privileges. I don't know. If I get rid of aristocracy, knock this down, like, I could probably bring that down fairly substantially. And maybe. Alright, so gravel road. Oh my god. Do I get gypped here? Does gravel road not apply? Is that an ore? Oh my god. Fuck you, game. That was 150 gold. That was a lot for me. I can't believe the game did this to me. Oh. God, that's brutal. Okay, well, that is deeply unfortunate that apparently that's just how this works. And I guess I can probably call this episode here. It's been a long day. We've made at least a little bit of progress, though. You know, mostly in like integration and stabilizing the food supply in more provinces. You know, like in the winters, Wari will soon flourish and have the food it needs. Yeah, minus 43 sucks. Oh shit, we have tin here. Okay, so tools can in fact be built. Is there also copper next to this by chance? Mercury, copper, A. Oh, of course, I'd be technically in separate provinces. That's fine. Separate provinces means that I don't get the bonus. Oh well. With that in mind, thank you everyone for watching. Potato stone. Okay. Yeah, no, this region we can develop. Turn it into something good. Thank you everyone for watching. I've been your host, Kelvin, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.